first copy tip is write how you speak. All the business and brand coaching that I have done that has told me to write in this particular marketing-y way has received no likes, no comments, and no engagement. But when I write as a real human person with my own, like in the way that I speak, with my slang and with the way that I drop certain letters, with a bit of swearing in there, that is when I get the most engagement. Now, when I go to write copy, I generally will go for a walk with my phone. And so I'll put my headphones on, head out into the park, and I'll click on speak to text in notes on my phone. And you can do this on Google, you can do this on iPhone, you can do this pretty much on most phones, I think. If let's say I'm about to launch a program and I need to create a sales page for that program and I'm stuck on where to start, I go for my walk and I just allow a stream of consciousness. How do I want to help my people? What do I want to achieve? Kind of asking myself these journal prompt questions almost. Then I record it in, and then I go home, put it onto my Google document and start to add in the odd comma, punctuation, and you get quite funny little sentences that come up. One the other day was like, something push your granny off a cliff, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's like hilarious predictive texts coming up. So yeah, make sure that you do copy check it before it goes out. So that is probably my first and foremost tip for getting something out there. Next is to avoid too much of this spiritual manifestation speak. I know I do it, and I'm still guilty of doing it now. And I'm trying to really, really cut it out. One, because my target audience already are probably spiritual and probably have a direct connection to source energy. But they don't really need to be told that again. They don't need to know that is hang on a minute, just let me get my words out here. They basically don't need this fluff around the content. So it's important that you deliver your message in a succinct way that is going to get people from A to B without the words like alignment and manifestation and your calling. It's like, I just want to teach you how to brand yourself, like this kind of thing. So we're filtering down our spiritual speak. Keep a bit of in there for your vibe, if that's how you vibe. Again, let me just say, this is all things that have helped me. Please don't take this as like golden. You will find your own flow with your copywriting. Next point is use you, your, and yours when you are directly speaking to your ideal client. And you want to bring them closer towards you. So for example, when I'm posting about this workshop, I'm using words like, do you feel the call to rise? Do you want to elevate your brand voice and be positioned as a leader and an iconic speaker within your field? So we're directly you, yours, and you. You, your, and yours. Bringing it to them, offering it to them. I think that there's a rule that says, for every me, offer 3 yous and yours. So every time you talk about a moment that you have been through, bring it back to talking about them and how you can serve them. All right, next one. Write in short sentences. So this is something that it's only in the last year that I've started to do, and I've seen the click rate and the readership on my newsletters and my Instagram posts go up so much more when I've started to break down my sentences into statements. It takes a little while to get a hang of this, but you can do it with it. So you could download your information, create it how you would normally create it, and then go through and split up your sentences. You don't necessarily need punctuation in there. Like I said, who cares about punctuation? Some people, but not me. This helps to bring your soul client towards you and help them come into a conversation with you. So you're actually beginning a dialogue. When you see an Instagram post with a big wad of writing at the top of it, you go, oh, probably scroll past that one. Same with the newsletter. When it comes in and it's got that paragraph at the top that's heavy, maybe you think you'll save that till later. So if you come in with a short statement that talks to your ideal clients and is bringing them into the conversation, that is going to help them stay with you for that whole time that they're reading your post. Cool. Okay. Next thing is write from a place of joy. There's so many times I've gone to write posts and create content and I've not been feeling it in my body yet. I've pushed on through and then I've posted it because I've told myself I've got to get it out at 11 o'clock or else like the whole world will fall down. And that is coming from this energy of constriction. You can feel it in your body when your body kind of closes up when you go to click post. And then you get all like annoyed when no one likes it and people aren't engaging. This is working on an energetic quantum level. So when our body is open, like at the beginning when we brought through these sounds, you are opening up your quantum field to so much more opportunity. And that writing that comes through will be resonating at the highest frequency, which will then be like a magnet to your ideal clients and bring them, magnetize them towards you. And you'll notice the difference. You can even do this as a test. I mean, I love testing things out in business. Business for me is like my self-development tool to test things out in life. Post when you're feeling constricted and then post from this place of joy. Also post because you want to help. Isn't that why we all got into these jobs in the first place? Because we actually give a shit about raising the vibration of the planet and helping people create this new earth. Well, this old new earth that we are birthing. I think we're going back to a place where things were a bit more human and a bit more sustainable and done through love and community. So post from joy, post from that genuine reason you want to help. Also, for our menstruators in the audience, I know that when I am bleeding, I am also kind of cocooning. I get creative downloads, but I don't always want to be in that place of writing and creating content. However, when I'm ovulating, I am in a place of getting all the information out. I want to be seen. I want to share. I want to show the world what I've got in this, and I am in creation mode. I am literally birthing an idea through my cycle. And now this may be totally different from you, and every person is different. This point is just to recognize what cycle you're in when you go to create content and perhaps work out when is a better time to do this. You can start to map it and see what works for you. I know that I also do my Instagram lives and any video stuff that I need to do when I'm in that ovulation phase and that phase building up towards it. So yeah, this is why I'm doing this now, and I'm sparkly and nice, and I'm not all like cocooning like I was last week. Okay, 2 more. Write unapologetically. Write unapologetically with emotion. Using that advice that you got from your higher future self, distill that, embody it, integrate it, and then get your fucking message out there, because people need to hear it. For too long, we as a community, as peoples, have played it small and not shared for fear of being outed from our community, from our tribe, for fear of death and lack of food. Like, it actually is a real, true, innate fear that when you go to post on Instagram, you could literally get cancelled, you could get deplatformed, anything could happen to you. Lean into it. Lean into that edge, lean against it. If it feels a little bit scary at first, just tickle it a little bit and keep going and keep going, and it will get easier. I'm the way that I write, the way that I speak, the way that I present is 1,000 times different from 5 years ago when I did my first public speaking appearance at a women's board sports conference, and I was shaking and my hands were literally dripping with sweat because I thought I was going to say something wrong and offend somebody. And now look at me. Just joking. So yeah, write unapologetically and emotionally. And finally, this is, I think I already said it anyway, I was in the vibe. If you feel nervous, shameful, or scared to post, it probably means you need to share it. And it probably means that somebody else needs to hear this. If you feel nervous, shameful, or scared to post, it probably means you need to share it and somebody else needs to hear it. Okay, let me know in the comments how all that is landing, and then we're going to begin to wrap this up with a juicy activation. I will set myself a 10-minute timer and I'll just do a stream of consciousness, and I won't read it back until the end of that timer like pings. because as you start to read back, you start to second guess yourself, and then you'll start putting the punctuation in. And then by that time, you've gone too up in your head rather than it coming from heart. You never know, you might write the best piece of content you've ever written in an hour, and it might be perfect for you. However, I've just learned that I seem to write better when it just is inspired. And the ways that I get inspired is through deep breathing exercises, moving my body, getting out for a walk. I also, I microdose psilocybin. I microdose mushrooms. And since I've been microdosing, my copywriting skills have gone through the roof. Like, I am unstoppable with writing emails at the moment. So if anyone wants more info on that, then DM me. I can share more about that. Don't know whether this is the place for sharing plant medicine stuff, but that is also something that's really helped me. So yeah, getting into the body, so true.